to Excellency Governor Dr. Denay Jock, Director General Commissioner Diang, representative of African Park Florington, all the state ministers, all the MPs, all our guests, all our church leaders, our community. Thank you so much for being here. And first of all, let me welcome myself home. I am home. Thank you. To our folks who are graduating today, we are all very proud of you. Take the courage to participate in the nation building we call South Sudan. We know that it is a sacrifice. It's a hard work that we're taking on, protecting our life. And also to be proud of law enforcement in South Sudan. The courses that you have taken prepare you to know what's right and what's wrong, what your action should be, and what you should not participate on. And as it was said earlier by African Park representative, that's always the human right first. And it's always the life of South Sudanese first. It's always our country first. And I hope you will do just that. Second of all, that law enforcement, it means that we must enforce the law. And I can ask you, Governor, if you can help in that with all the law enforcement, with our participation of General Zakaria here, we need to enforce the law. And enforcement of the law cannot start elsewhere. It must start home. I understand really well the level of answer that we have in Jonglei State. Even torture also, in some cases. And that has to stop. This is why we are bringing more forces. We are graduating this one, and we will bring more to make sure that our shops, our markets are free from bushmeat. Before I came here, I flew along the Lake Canal all the way to the GPA. And I've seen how the animals are divided into two. Because if you look at the canal, some of them are on this side, some of them are on this side. They cannot cross from this side to that side. And right in the middle, our ranchers are all over, from all our 9 counties. That is a hard work that we all have to do. We need the participation of the states, and we need the participation of all around, whether to SSPDF, the police, the national security, anybody that can do that. We need that help. Because what we're doing, wildlife is part of the resource of South Sudan. And if you look at the history, South Sudan is the only one country that has that amount of wild animals in the whole world. And now we are reducing that by killing those animals day by day, every day. That's sad. And to our people, our communities, I know that we were not introduced, as it was said by the governor, that when we were together with Sudan, wildlife was not prioritized. So we were not introduced to the benefits of wildlife. But now we are starting it. As we are on our own, as the Republic of South Sudan, we want to do better. And these are part of the reasons that took us to war with the government of Sudan. That we need to be by ourselves, we need to do our own things, we need to implement our own laws, we need to respect our land, and we need to build our nation. This is what we're doing. This is what we're starting to do. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So, to our citizens, thank you. To our citizens, today is a new beginning of law enforcement. In our bushes, if you are a hunter, or you're somebody who would like to go to the bush and kill animals, we're here to enforce the law. If you're a guy with a gun, there'll be a ranger with a gun that will be in front of you. I mean it, we must enforce the law. The laws of South Sudan must be respected, not by foreigners, but by us. And when we violate the law, what the law says is that the law must be enforced. It's simple. And so if you are in any of our communities in Jonglei states, you help us in sending this message out. Let's spread the awareness that from today, the rangers are going to be in our bushes. They're going to be in our forests. And if you're there to kill the animal, the Lord will rain on you. And tomorrow when that happens, we don't want to hear any complaint that we violated anybody's right. We're telling you now that it's not okay. You know that it is not okay to kill human beings, but you think it's okay to kill an animal. That's not fair. And so, as a government in any country, if you go to any park, some of us travel to so many countries in the world, whenever you go to the park, you're always greeted by a ranger who will tell you what to do and what not to do in the park. That's the same thing we're doing here. If you respect the law in a different country, you should respect the law of South Sudan as well. We have been so long been doing all kinds of things, disrespecting our country, disrespecting our laws. All of us over here that our laws are great, but we have challenge on implementing them. Well, this should be the time that we have to start the enforcement. Because that's what the law enforcement is for, that's what the police for, army, national security. That's what we need to do in our country. This is not target any one person. It's just to let us obey, so that even foreigners, when they come, they will also obey our land. They also respect our land. We don't have any other country. This is the only country we have on earth. This is where we all were born, and this is where we'll be buried and die. So we must give it all respect. We must give it our contribution. Whatever you can do for your country, this is the time to start doing it. And to God, we also have to prioritize peace in Jonglei State, if I may add some to that. Excellency Governor, in our home, in our state, we need peace. And I'm very happy with the initiative that you took, bringing all the commissioners here and engaging with EPA, but also we need to engage ourselves. One of it is IUL and HOD, that conflict should end. That's so embarrassing for us. And also in some other countries also. Like Nirol with it by itself, that should also end. Being a national minister in Juba, I understand that there's nobody else that will come from outside and help us. I mean, the national government will extend its support, but the biggest work has to be done by ourselves in Jonglei State. We must understand that we are brother and sister, that the goodness of this state must continue. The goodness of this state was there during the liberation struggle. We've done a lot for this country. We've done a lot for so many people, but we do so little for ourselves. We do so little for Jonglei State. We are always united in what divides us, instead of uniting on what can bring peace to Jonglei State. I'm talking from my experience. I've seen it, and it's still going on. That is something that is not only the work of the governor himself, but all of us. Can we say today that it is not okay to travel from Panyagur to Duke? Or from Duke to Panyagur? That is no-go zone? Is that okay for us, people of Jonglei State? It is not. Or going from Langkien to Patin, or coming from Patin to Langkien. This is our challenge for us, and we must overcome those challenges. So to our graduate, thank you so much. Murug alaikum. all the challenges that were laid out by the general, we will work on them because we make sure that the law of South Sudan must be implemented and must be respected. And we must enforce that law in any means, by any means. Every means has to be on the table to make sure we protect our wildlife. Thank you so much. May God bless May God bless the Republic of South Sudan. Thank you.